This is where it all began. Our glorious kingdom started with 2 majestic looking horses, 2 settlers, and a big pile of boxes in a wagon. This is our kingdom of Asnor. All of the territory surrounding me can be mine, and even this Wermaxa. Unfortunately, it's covered in shadow. But eventually, we wish to invade. But how we decided on that was we got our choice of 8 different kingdoms to start from. And Asnor just sounds cool. But as you can see, we're in no place to do that. We need to first build a keep. Now, it looks like the trade routes will come in down south. So putting our keep pretty central, but also close to our settlers wagon, where apparently everybody was hiding in those little boxes. And look at them build up this beautiful wooden keep. All kingdoms have to begin somewhere. Ours are rather humble origins, but we will grow. And we will aspire for greatness. And so real quick, I want to say a big shout out and thank you to Playside and Zoogaloo Entertainment for sponsoring today's video of Thrive Heavy Lies the Crown. You can find out more about the game yourself using the link in the video description below. With the keep built, it's time to work on some resources. So we'll want a logger's camp to start chopping down these trees, and a quarrier's camp because, well, most of our early structures are going to just be built out of simple logs and small stones. But they're going to need a place to put something, so let's build a stockpile. That way we can store the resources and people can get to work. And look at that. Now, you can see everybody's got this little red icon above their heads saying, Baron, we're homeless. And if you're going to be our king and we're not going to overthrow you in a violent upheaval, wait, hold on. Let's just build them houses. Let's not get carried away. We're going to need a residential district, and I think over here looks just perfect. We're gonna build 10 houses, and hopefully each house will be able to support, looks like 4 different people, and we've got 20 total population, so we'll actually have room to grow. Now from there, I mean, you guessed it, we've got the basic building materials, but now we're gonna need the basic materials of survival, water, and food. And look, people are mad because, well, we have no food or no water. I mean, I can't really blame them. So we'll build a well, we'll build a food store. The issue here is we need people to work these jobs, and we put everybody on rock and stone and wood. This should be able to give me enough people to work the basic resources, and then hopefully we'll start turning... Oh, they're not in range of a stockpile. Well, that's relatively easy to choose. I do like the stockpile system. As long as they're overlapping, they will share resources. Oh, and that fits perfectly in between. So I can already see now, one of my favorite aspects of these kinds of games is that I get to like do all the city planning myself. Now, if the city looks poo-poo as a result, well, I'm the king. I'll just blame the workers, even though it's my fault. And they are, I guess, out of range of a well? Yes, they are. Okay, well, we need to be much more strategic in our positioning of these kinds of things. So I foresee that we'll probably build more houses over in this area. But normally in these types of games, it's all about keeping people happy. The happier that they are, the more people want to move in. I think we could probably spare some workers. But one of the interesting things about these houses is advanced needs need to be met in order to be able to house more people. So each house is only capable of housing, well, 1 person. So while we thought we had ample housing, it's clearly not the case. Being a king isn't as easy as I hoped it would be. We just completed our first kingly task, which was to basically decide which advisor we're going to listen to, and the one we chose actually gave us a bunch of apples, so that should help in terms of keeping our people well fed. We're still without certain houses, and we'll want an apple orchard, and I'm thinking maybe north of town. You can see this green circle, and this seems to be the extent at which we can make it. This is going to be a massive orchard, but I'm liking it. Now, I think there's only like maybe 1 or 2 people that don't have houses. And our happiness is at level 70, which is good enough to get me, you know, one of those faces. So, you know what? We're doing all right. There we go. Now we've got 5 people working the apple orchard. And it looks like firewood is the next order of business. The wood chopper converts logs into firewood, so let's put it near a primitive stockpile and also near the woodcutters. And to think we started out of this little caravan, like, look at our kingdom already. We're relatively large and there's still so much more to explore and to do. Our objective today is going to be to settle one of these other plots of land. It's going to be a tall order, but I think we're going to be able to do it. Now, ultimately, we're going to want to get gold, and the best way to get gold is to have lots of houses for lots of people, and then we get to tax those people. So firewood needs to be a major priority here. From there, that should allow us to meet the firewood needs of our people. And we're producing firewood, so it should start to be, look at that, it's starting to be distributed around. And as a result, our happiness should go up. And now everyone's going to be able to be housed because we have more than enough houses, and we still have multiple spots that are going to be available as we advance. And our happiness is now in green. People are legitimately happy in our kingdom. Now, most of progression in this game is locked behind having enough of certain classes of population. We're going to have farmers, we're going to have laborers, and we're also going to have military, and there might be others, maybe tradesmen? 3 farmers just joined our kingdom. That is fantastic news. We have a happiness level of 83. People are joining. I think probably getting another wood chopper would be the best thing that we could do to increase production of firewood, which, well, people want to be warm. It's kind of cold out here. I mean, like, look at it. You've got this, like, sort of like foggy mist. It's chilly outside. So how's the distribution of labor right now? We actually have 4 unemployed people. That's good, because we can put these people to work. Unless, of course, those people are just, like, unemployed because they're children, and we don't believe in child labor over here in BaronVonGames. 90ness. That's 90 happiness. If you combine them together, it's 90ness. We have 28 people. We're growing. Holy biscuits, 95 happiness? 100. I didn't know you could go over 104. And we have 34 people. This is getting kind of crazy. We had a lot of unemployed people. Now we're going to be mass producing resources. And we'll get a 3rd wood chopper. I just don't see why not. If that's the thing that we need right now, well, then that's the thing we're going to get. Hey, we got a new act. Sown. I thought that said snow because I have dyslexia, but hey. Let's invest in research. And as a result, we got plus 5% farm yield, but our people are not as happy, probably because they're having to read books, and at this day and age, not everyone could read, so I'm sure that's a little bit frustrating. We have 500 apples. That's a lot of apples. Oh, now people want apples, and I'm fairly certain we can distribute them. We're gonna need, oh wow. Our food stores need to have more people working them. Fortunately, we can afford the labor. And even after filling out, I believe, every work spot possible, we almost doubled our happiness magically, I think through the power of distributing apples to people. So now all of their basic needs are met, and even with a happiness debuff of 5%. Now, the next things are luxuries. We've got hemp clothing and cider. And we just unlocked a whole lot of new buildings. So, fermenter can produce cider. So this is sort of our industrial area. We're going to have an industrial revolution of sorts. Let's go to the Tome of Knowledge real quick. This is basically research. And we can pay gold to get some buffs. I think let's go ahead and increase our output, but require more people to work the land. Now, overall, our gold is really, really good, so I think we could actually go back to the Tome of Knowledge and use some other buffs. More storage space can be easily overcome, so we will accept that. We already have research in progress, so that's going to be the next one we're going to do. Now, I think the next thing we're going to need is, well, hemp to make hemp clothing, right? And that's as big as we can get, so we'll put it right next to that one. Now, how many unemployed people do we have? 0. We are in need of more people. Now, before we can use hemp, well, we need the people to grow it. So we'll just close that for now and get the workers that were here sitting around to, and they got to work the fields. This is just one of those, like, very sort of joyous type of games where you feel in control of all of these people's lives. Like, look at these 2 ladies getting water from the well, working hard. There's someone in here, the storage depot. Like, look at how many goods we have now available to our people. Our people are freaking happy. And maybe it's time for more houses. But look at this. They'll be outside of the radius of, like, coverage for both water and food. So it seems that our, like, residences just keep expanding to our east. And we should be growing a lot of hemp. And so this is our cider house. And we're producing cider. So, oh my gosh, did you just see that? Each house produced 16 gold. Now, it says we need 40 farmers to unlock hemp and cider, but I think we already have that. We have 56 farmers. We must just not have enough goods. We have 10 unemployed people, and I want to expand a little bit further. So we're going to need a well, and I'll just put it like right... Well, I guess it's actually better to like spread it out. I'll do that here, and a food store. Apple farm bonus! And we've got another advisor event. This time it's the Welgrim Whispers. It seems that someone's starting a cult. That's what I'm thinking about, okay? Like, not I want to start a cult, but I think my people are. Well, thank you, Sir Ozian, for your input. What do I get from it? I need to learn more about the symbols if I'm going to understand them. And unfortunately, we didn't get any resources. Yeah, people are mad over here because no stockpile, no firewood. Man, I tell you what, I feel like we have everybody possible working on firewood, and it's just not enough. A lumber yard converts logs into planks. Look at this. Oh, we just unlocked some advanced stuff right here. We're moving on to the next stage. Everybody has what they need, so now it's just hemp clothing and cider. And happiness did drop down because now people are like, you know what? We're so happy. We learned about new things that'll make us more happy, and since we don't have them, we're not as happy. Oh, human nature. Aren't you a fickle one? So, ooh, we can build a trader's hut and a caravan. That's how we would settle a new land. All right, let's get this hemp outfitter working, and we want hemp clothing. But look, they can also produce leather armor and cloaks. This is how we could equip our soldiers. Now, we're short on apples, so I think another apple orchard. We have 43 people. We have so many people. We can easily afford another apple orchard. I like our kingdom the way it looks, except for like we have these giant long rectangle farms, and I don't know why, but I just feel like I'm a bigger fan of squares. But we're already deep this far in it, and we can't look back now. Now, between these two orchards, that should keep us more than enough on our apple supply, and we might want to get more logs. So maybe a log chopper. We've got 1,000 gold. Where's our research? Are we still researching? Let's research something new. Unlock a stockpile. Yeah, that sounds fantastic. Once that's done, we can research tier 2. They have no access to hemp, but we have the storage. They must be out of range of a primitive stockpile. Whoa, 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 where's the fists? 33 happiness, what happened? Guys, there's literally like nothing wrong. Okay, well, yeah, there's some things wrong. There's a lot wrong, guys. I get it. We have the firewood and we have the apples. They're not being distributed fast enough. Oh, people are getting locked out, probably because, well, they're starting a revolution. Happiness is going up. That was a bit of a hiccup, and honestly, I'm not entirely sure how it happened. I just know that it did, and that was very scary for us. How are we supposed to expand into the greater kingdom if our people are going to revolt against me? Guys, democracy doesn't come for another couple hundred years. Like, you need to get used to this. We did have 18 people join our kingdom, and a warrior camp is depleted? Oh, that's a problem. Oh, yeah, that's a major problem. The Wagram presence is at 42.2%. Who's the statistician, like, in our medieval kingdom that's able to get that level of accuracy? Because I've got many, many jobs for you, my friend. I'm a simple person when it comes to kingdom building games. Like, oh, we have a problem. How are we going to solve it? I've got an idea. I'm going to just get more resources. What do you think of that? Oh, look, 95 happiness. No one's revolting right now. All right, so we've got good overlapping of food storage. Stockpile is also decently... Yeah, I mean, it covers pretty much everything. I would say that's pretty good. Research complete. We unlocked the stockpile. That's fantastic. Let's go to the Tome of Knowledge, and now what I want to do is unlock Tier 2. Now, how long is this going to take? Oh, we're already, like, 1/6 of the way there, so I'd say it's going to unlock relatively quickly. And I mean, we're only 9 days into our kingdom. We started with 20 people. We have 136. Word is getting around that Baron Von King is making a fun place to live. We're going to need more hemp. How's unemployment? There's 42 people unemployed. Oh, my gosh. That's kind of insane. Research complete. Tier 2 is unlocked. Let's see what became available. So we've got lumberyard bonuses. We need a fermenter bonus most definitely. Requirements are reduced by 50%. Production is down by 25%. No. But recipe, yeah, might as well require more apples. We can always make more apples. We do not have a shortage of human labor. What do we have a shortage of? Is cider. Although, now that I say that, you know what? I'm gonna make more apples. I'm doing it. A third apple field. My king, a third apple field has entered the conversation. And we're gonna make it a square one because, dang it, that is what farms should look like. Beautiful squares, not very long and narrow rectangles like we're doing central planning for the city of New York. We've got Central Park, except it's Central Farm. Dude, we have 29 unemployed people. Like, we can put people on all kinds of work. Now, we're still short of hemp clothing. Oh, we got an advisor. Welcome, whispers. Few can make any sense of the symbols, but those that can, at least somewhat, say it's more akin to a text. A path that must be traveled. Niceamore reborn. Alright, that's not weird or frightful at all for those of us who are, you know, not up to date on what the heck that means. Happiness is good, 136 people. And I think what we're going to want to do is we want to make rope, and I think, well, we're going to need laborers' houses first. So our laborers district is going to go in right here because I just decided it. I am king. We'll start out relatively small and see what their needs are, because this is going to add a level of complexity to city planning, kingdom building, that we haven't encountered as yet. They're going to require different things. Well, they need firewood, but they also want a tavern, and the tavern... Wait a minute. We have cider, but we are not distributing it in a tavern. How silly of me. That being said, wait, we need 75 planks. I'm pretty sure we have that, yeah? Wow. Look at how big the tavern's coverage is. Are we... We're out of apples, or we're at least out of apple distribution. Food stores. I think what we could use is actually another food store just for the distribution capacity to go up. And we're going to need food storage over here anyway. So let's put it there. But we are low on apples, even though we have 3 apple fields going at max production. All right, Tome of Knowledge, help me out. Fermenter bonuses in play. We could unlock a guardhouse. Oh my gosh, this is amazing, but so expensive. Happiness goes up by 5 for clothing, but our need for hemp goes up 100%. We don't have a lot of it, but we could get more. So let's do that. Whoa, Wagram surge, food spoilage. Buddy, so this is the interesting thing about me. I need my food. So we're gonna have surges in this weird energy. I just realized that we wanted to expand our, like, labor district up in here. We're short, like, barely any planks. Prioritize deliveries, please. We need deliveries of planks. We have so much water. If only we could turn water into wine or something like that. I mean, like, our people would love us then. You think the Wagram's fog is a blessing? Yeah, people don't like the fog, guys. We're building a kingdom in a very weird place. So, the random old woman gave us a little bit of insight into the surges. We're still in Act 1 here. Once we get this tavern going, though, we're at over 50% production, then these people will finally be happiness. Yeah. The happiness of the farmers is 102 and the laborers is only 16. Even though they don't have any jobs, all we gotta do is give these people some Super Nintendos and they'll be more than entertained. That's some advanced technology. I didn't see Super Nintendos in the tech tree. Speaking of the tech tree, we need to purchase at least 2 more upgrades to get tier 3, so let's unlock the guardhouse. I don't have to do, and then we'll unlock the firehouse. That should be relatively straightforward. And how are we doing? Barely keeping up with apple production. We've got 14 unemployed people. Let's get another apple farm. It is actually astounding how many apple farms we're needing. Oh, this one's out of range of a food store. Nimble Thimble, a new event is starting. Nimble Thimble, if I was to guess what that's about, I have no idea. Literally no idea. All right, let's put another food store, like, over here in range of this. Now, yeah, you literally only grow apples. You don't even need water. I think what we could do is another logger camp as well. Yeah, because we actually didn't have one over there, but we have 1,000 wood. All right, Nimble Thimble, what's this all about? Oh, a discovery. This new stitch truly does outpace the current one.
6.5 hours later.
I mean, we have over 329 people just in this province, but I have 541 globally. Because look at this, we've got Mythargria over here. it was just attacked, and a lot of people are very, very upset. And you may be, well, why are they so upset? Well, look at this thing. This is what is attacking me, and I'm a little bit nervous, guys. We gotta deal with this. Can we kill this thing, please? I have a pretty decent-sized army, and I'm hoping it's gonna be enough to fight this thing. Now, we've got some catapults. My knights are up here doing their thing, but, like, they're making a worthy sacrifice for the greater empire here. And then right after this, I want to see if we can't take out a nearby camp. Oh my gosh, we're getting... So we killed that thing, and then, like, the enemy is just laying siege to us because, like, look at the enemy's situation. They started here in Warmaxa, and they have just spread like a virus. I tried to set up a little colony down here, and things are not doing... they're not very good. Because as you can see, there's some devastation. The issues detected are that this thing is destroyed. Yeah, I'm gonna need to repair everything here. But I just have, like, greater concerns. Like, you know, intercolonial warfare here. We're gonna march over this mountain pass, and as you pass the mountain pass, well, you get close to a level 5 barbarian camp. These guys have kind of been a pain in my side for a while, and I've been using them as a little bit of a buffer state, but I would rather control this choke point here right at this bridge. We just unlocked a guard tower, so as you can see, we're working on some defensive structures. Speaking of which, look at this wooden palisade surrounding this area here. Stoneworks was destroyed by an attack. Oh gosh. So while that's going on, I'm gonna try to redivert some of the forces, but I'm really interested in taking these guys out. So we've got a mixture of some sort of like melee specialists. There we go. Get in there and use your big claws. And then I always love taking out enemies from afar with archers. And honestly, that went relatively smoothly, I would say. So now we just got to take out the camp, and then we can turn our attention to defending my western borders there. Yeah! 10 thralls have been collected from battle. Because, like, look at this. Yeah, they're destroying my guardhouses. They're just sending in, like, a skirmishing band of, like, knights. I have one knight at my disposal. He's not going to be able to do my... He immediately got dispatched. All right, where's my army? Guys, well, aren't you guys... It seems like they're marching very, very slowly, but they're actually booking it. It's just the distances in this game are pretty large, which is really, really fun when you expand all over the place, as I'm trying to do now. All right, so I think there's like one guard left, and we should be able to just like catapult him from afar, I'm hoping. All right. Get him! Oh! And then once this guy's dispatched, we can start repairing and try to recover from that. That was just like years and years of war, guys. Or what it felt like. But this is my empire. This is later in the game. We still have yet to invade Warmaxa. I just wanted to kind of show you a lot of what you have to look forward to in terms of like the monsters you can fight, the various enemies that are on the campaign map, both the Warmaxans and the barbarian encampments. I did send a few scouts over here, and like, look at this enemy fortress. I'm actually not sure if that's Warmaxan or not, but they have a very, very well defended fort. I would like to, you know, parlay with them, but like, look at how much we have ahead of ourselves to invade. So much lies in store. Thank you guys so much for watching. I want to say a big shout out and thank you once again to Playside and Zoogaloo Entertainment for sponsoring Thrive Heavy Lies the Crown. You can find out more about the game and get it for yourself using the link in the video description below. Let me know if you want to see more, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.